Good morning. There we go. Here's the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. This video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. All right, there's the cues on a daily. There's what we're looking at. We had that big bearish engulfing yesterday. We hit the lower Bollinger. The lower Bollinger is starting to turn down, but let's see what happens today. I'm still bullish. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't drop down here, 575. I could see that. 585. Yeah, somewhere into that range. I think I have it as low as 555. So yeah, we can shoot down before we come back out. But I still don't think so. I mean, the market's got to prove it to me. So far, it hasn't done anything. It had a bearish engulfing, but it needs follow through. And first step would be breaking 605.50, which it could do today because the lower expected move is all the way down here at 600. So all the way down here, retesting this low is the lower expected move for the day. The upper expected move is up at 628. This blue line, so just above our breakout line again. And you have the Bollingers. See how they're curling like that? I call it pinching. So they're getting ready to make a move. See how these pinched? The Bollingers did, and then it made its move. I could see that again. And another move down would not surprise me. Although I would look for it to hold this 607, 608. If we're going to stay really bullish, I think that would be the hold, and then we'd go up. Now we can still drop to 600 and go up. Now, I'm still looking for this to reverse, but it can go all the way down to 555 before it reverses. I'm not discounting that. Again, I'm not in these stocks other than Tesla. I'm more into the IWM, which if you look on a daily, this is your leader. It's not the Qs anymore. It's the small caps. They're leading. And they could, this is a bullish structure. So we broke out. Then we're retesting that breakout of all-time highs. Getting ready to go up. But this, again, this is one of those ones. I like how it's curling up. I like the 50 curling up. I like the 200 curling up. This is a bullish structure again to me, just like how Moo has it labeled here. This is a bullish structure. Now, that doesn't mean it can't come down and then pop out. But I look for this to resolve up out of this. Could come down first and then shoot up, but I'm looking for more up this year out of this. Let's go to the 5 minutes. We can see the smaller moves. There's the 200. We have more news released this morning. Unemployment and jolts. Unemployment at 5:15, so in 20 minutes, and then jolts a half hour after open. So I could see us selling down and then jolts lifting it. Yeah. The economy's not doing well, but there's no way for them to fix it other than to throw money at it and lower rates, which doesn't fix it. it just makes it burn hotter. But that's how they're going to solve this. And yes, it's completely inflationary, which is why you get markets, gold markets that do this, and silver markets that do that, because this is totally inflationary. Your stocks aren't going up, your dollar is going down. And speaking of silver, someone wanted me to look at silver here. Now, see this drop? That went right down to support here. So, I mean, this can come right back up. I don't necessarily think so. I mean, this is a huge bearish candle. So I think we probably climb back up into, probably 103 maybe, and then get rejected. Again, this is not anything I would want to short. I would not short this if my life depended on it. Not at all. But I also, oh, no, I have nothing against buying physical at any time. But yeah, these markets, because the world is inflationary, every government on the planet is printing money. These are only going to go up. So, when you buy them, this is what they're going to do. Just because it's a crowded market, they know it's going up. Same thing with gold. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't manipulate the paper like they've been doing and crash it like they have. Yeah, I think that probably drops again. Again, I have it down in the 50s to retest this breakout. So overall, I have silver in the 50s. This could meander for a while. And what I think happened, I think this was the top. And then I think he had this squeeze. This is a flat, and you came out of it. So I think this is your top, and I think this is an A, B, C, some kind of, but I don't know if that's done. So again, I need to see this. I wouldn't buy anything coming up like this off that bottom, because that looks like just a wedge that could fail again. In the paper trade, I would not look at this yet, just because of that huge candle. I don't think this is done bottoming. And that's going to be the same as your PSLV, except that looks bullish. See how that's curling up? See how you're above the mid Bollinger and you're pinching here? This looks bullish. Whereas the futures looked iffy. This is a definite bullish tilt to it. Let's see what SLV. A little less bullish, but yeah, that definitely opening above the mid Bollinger. So silver could make another move up. But I like the P metals personally here. If it's going to show them, no. Okay, apparently we don't get to see platinum. But gold is another one. See this several month consolidation here. It just sold right back down to it. and then lifted right back up. These are super bullish for a reason, because governments are printing money. So this is how you protect yourself. No matter how much money they print, gold goes up, silver goes up, oil goes up, copper goes up, platinum goes up, palladium goes up, lumber goes up, coffee goes up. All the hard assets go up when governments print money. That's because the money goes into the system and it finds goods. That's why I prefer companies that have goods like Cliff. Cleveland Cliff has steel, iron ore, all kinds of goods. So that's why we look for Cliff to go up overall. And they report on Monday. So we could probably just see some yo-yoing in here like it has been in this consolidation here, and then look for earnings for it to make a move. But again, I look for Cliff to go up and out of here, flying out of here. But we'll see. It'll probably wait till Monday to make its move. Let's see how our hyper uranium looks today, because it's been bouncing off support, keeps dropping and touching support. Has been for a long time. Long time. I look to break up out of here. Let's see. Same thing with SMR, messing around with support. Nano, this is the same thing, just been tossing around here for months. Oklo. See, this looks bullish to me. But again, I'm not a huge fan of Oklo. I hate own Oklo. It's not my favorite out of the bunch. And that's not, I don't know, it should go up. That's a very qubits looking breakdown chart though. I mean, that is not, other than the fact that it's starting to curl up, that's not bullish. You're below the 5. You're stuck between the 5 and the lower Bollinger. You're below the 200. You're below the 50. I mean, everything about this looks like it could roll over. So they need to save Oklo here. They need to push it up over this 5, over the 200 here. Needs to get up in the 85, 84, which is what I've been saying about these. They had, 12%, 8%, 7%. Those aren't big enough. It needs bigger days. See that candle? That's not good enough. You need these candles, these big candles coming out of here. This is nothing. See, even that 12% day, I mean, that's a good candle, but you can still reverse this and that 50 will push down. I mean, you need a bigger candle than that to get this 50 to start turning up. And you're on support, so you need to start pushing these up. Same with SMR. Otherwise, these will push down. I said the same thing about USAR. That had a huge day yesterday, and I said the same thing. It's not enough. It needs bigger days. See, that was a huge day, but it had no follow through. It came back down. That's fine because you're out of the Bollinger, but then you need to start pushing this Bollinger up. You did not. So this needs another big day. You need big days out of this, not small days. And you need to break this high. It looks like it. I mean, this is bullish, but it's the market is on the edge where it could go either way. And if it turned down, these could turn down really fast. Because see how this 50 is just right on this 200? If that crosses over and turns down, I mean, USAR can drop quickly. And there's a lot of open error here. So that's what I keep telling the group. These need to push up. They're doing good. That's a good day, but you need to have another good day. You need to push up. These need to keep pushing. And they can't have an off day because they drop like GameStop did. It gave its entire day up and then some. Again, I'm bullish on this, but these have got to start pushing up. What they're doing is they're having big days and then they're giving them all back. And they've been doing this for 3 months now. Big day and then give it back. Big day and then give it back. That's distribution. Their stocks are changing hands. And these, I believe, are changing hands to go up. All right, let's look at retail because that's doing well, which if you have a sick market, you would think retail would not do well, but that's what cheap money does. When you throw money in the system, it goes to things. These are things. Abercrombie and Fitch, they announced that they had a sale yesterday. Gap still above this breakout. I'm still looking for Gap to go up. See, big day gave it all back. Oh, that's today. Just kidding. But here it is. Big day gave it all back. Still above the breakout. These still look good. Still look very good, but the market has just been churning for 3 months. And I think it can do it for another 2 weeks if it wants to. Again, I'm not super bullish until the 17th. But if the market wants to break out early, that's fine. I think that's why it's been tossing around. I think it's just waiting. It's trying to chew up as many options for February as possible. All right, let's look at some of the new tech because this I look for space to rebound this week. FJet, that looks good. Planet Lab. See that? It looks like we're turning up, but this does not look good. This is hanging out there. And again, it had a decent day, but that's not good enough. These need like 14, 20% days. These need huge days. And because of where we are, they should be getting them, and they're not. And that kind of bothers me. Here's Rocket Lab, the other space. See, this just came up to the 5. This can completely reject again, back down to 68. The market's in a precarious spot. These need big days to come out of it. Okay, let's look at where's AAOI, because that's the strongest of the bunch. That's squeezing, and it's squeezing still. So, I mean, there's no way you, there's no way I would get out of this trade. But that's a lot of rejection. I mean, there's a lot of selling going into this, but there's a lot of buying too, pushing it up. Again, I'm really bullish on this stock overall, and it just keeps pushing up. I have a target in the hundreds for this. BBAI, another one. See, this is, you had this big day and you needed follow through. You had this third day, it looked like we were going to come out of it, and it just failed. And this is the whole market has had these failed breakouts. This should have been off and running, but they just flattened it, and then people got disinterested, which that's their goal, to get you disinterested so you walk away, and then they rip it up. That's why the stock always goes up when you sell, because you're the sheep. You're doing exactly what they want you to, and that's what it's driven to. It's made to make you bored and then stop you out or get you out, and then as soon as you sell, then it rips up. That's why you have to enter the market with the mentality opposite of what they want you to do. RR again looks good. And this was another one. You had this huge, and this is what I said, RR needs this big breakout day, which it got. And then it had this, the second day, which was all inside the candle. That's still very bullish. But then the third day, when you broke down out of the candle, that's a failed breakout. And that's the whole market. The entire market failed breakouts all over the place. But there we are on support. Iron, they report Friday. So again, I look for this to move up. This looks good to me. This looks like it's pinching on a daily. Right on support. And just like everything else, when it sells right to support, and then it bounces up, and then it sells again. Just a yo-yo market. Like GSAT, this has gone nowhere. 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 Look at that. Just weeks and weeks and weeks of up and down, up and down, up and down, going nowhere. That's the entire market. I think it's just churning. It's just churning all these stocks until it gets the position that it wants, and then it's going to rip up. Triple D below support, but this is fine. Again, I don't want to hit our head here and then drop. We need big days. Big days. This was another one that had a failed breakout. Right here, failed breakout. This was a failed breakout too, because you never made a new high. This whole structure failed. Again, just like everything else. Set up for a big breakout and then fails. Ionic, that was another one. You had this big breakout and then it failed. The Qs, qubits. these all are around support, but because of this failed breakout, I don't. This looks like it should be around support. That looks like a flat. They turned all these breakouts and turned them into flats. This market should have broken out weeks ago. Let's look at some plays. Huntsman, this is what I want. See, this is what I've been expecting. Get on support and have these big candles. This is what they should be doing. But again, is this going to be another one that's a failed breakout? AES, that was another one. This one infuriated me yesterday because it had a VIX crush on the options. So the stock flew and the options dropped. LAES on support. Wendy's, we'll see if this one turns around. Same with Neo. Neo again, that had a failed breakout. And Iridium, they report. They report here soon too, I believe. But yeah, I'm high on Iridium overall. Also, I just keep buying these until the market's done chewing everyone up. Let's go back to Qs. Again, which is, I mean, the Qs have been doing the same thing. Sell down, buy it up. Sell down, buy it up. Sell down, buy it up. And again, it's been doing it. We haven't moved essentially since October. Since this October drop when we fought out of it, we haven't moved. And if you're in, big cap or a lot of I went through the 52-week lows, and there's a lot of good stocks in there, a lot of big stocks. And I was just thinking, man, if you were in these or big cap tech, must suck to be you. I'm not in this stuff getting chopped around. I'm in materials. I'm in miners. These. I'm in miners and oil. This stuff. This is what I'm in. The stuff that's green. Food. I'm not in this big cap tech. Because the money that's getting printed, are you going to buy food or are you going to buy computers? I tend to think people will buy food over computers. I think people are kind of done with technology. I don't think they're in this full steam ahead like the government is. The government is, which is why they're putting all that money to it, but I don't think the people are. The uranium miners, another 16% day. Ho hum. Yeah, this is a never sell for me. I mean, all these are never sells, but yeah, this is where my money is. Uranium, silver, gold, oil, coffee, chocolate, cocoa. Yeah, I play with the other stuff, but I just play around with it. I'm not I'm not attached to it and I'm not serious about it and I don't care about it. Now, silver, I care about that. Gold, care about that. Rocket Lab, I don't give a rip. Up, down, don't care. I'll sell you tomorrow. All right, let's just do one closing look at the cues. I'll stop rambling about the market. Right on support. Again, market can do whatever. I expect it to meander or chop until it breaks out. Break out or break down. Whatever. The chop just bores me. Like yesterday I took a nap. This 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 everyone saw is down. This was chop to me. This was just chop. This was controlled. That's a controlled sell. Nothing about this market is nothing nothing bothers or surprises me. It's just time. Like, okay, you want to go down today? Fine. I'll take a nap. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm just waiting the market out. Okay. Again, the upper move, getting above this major resistance here at 626. We want to get above that and stay above that. We've gotten above it, but then we just sell down the next day because the market wants to yo-yo. And that's just the state that we're in. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not more help, but that's just the way the market is. The governments are printing money. The commodities are going to go up. Oil's going to go up. Food's going to go up. Everything's going to go up. Uh, so you might as well buy stuff that people use. That's the way I look at it. Not a fan of technology, but this just shows me if there's willing buyers. And by willing buyers, I don't mean retail, I mean institutions. Are they coming in and picking them up? All right. Be safe, be bold, be wise. And as always, good luck.